Hello, my name is Barbara, and this is my 15-minute speech on parental engagement. I'd like to talk to you about parental engagements and give you some facts about it. Parental engagement is really important when it comes to development in children. Having your parents involved with you is a good thing. I know sometimes it's difficult, and there's a bunch of reasons why there's not a lot of parents engaged in their children's school stuff. It could be work, it could be time constraints, but there are plenty of reasons why you don't have many times. So like time constraints, language barriers, lack of knowledge, inconvenience. It could be an inconvenience, like having jobs or any of that stuff. Lack of motivation, just because sometimes some parents just don't want to get off the couch. How about that? But there's always time if you make time for it. It's really important for children to have parental engagement because it helps with self-esteem, and it helps children build better relationships with other peers. They also have better grades. They can do better in classwork. They can make more friends, which of course we all want them to make more friends. We don't always want them to be home and stuck and alone and by themselves. And it's good that whenever they are little to start having a lot of engagement with them, just because it helps when they are developing and they're in the older grades, and developing in the schools and stuff, because children, let's face it, follow their other peers, right? That's not really stuff that parents want to happen, just because it's not. But I mean, stuff like that happens. There are supports in the school that you can get, whether it be the principals or the counselors. You can contact other parents. I've noticed with my two little ones that I have had to ask the children to ask their parents if they can come over, and then I kind of go over there and I greet them, and it's kind of just a simple way of trying to introduce yourself at the same time. Sometimes you could be shy, because I was definitely shy at that point. My children have autism, and so I've had to learn to get out of my comfort zone. It's not always easy, trust me. I understand. I am a parent of two children who have autism. And so it takes a lot for me to get in there and to help them. But like, again, I said, there's a bunch of supports that you can have. And supports are key when being engaged with your child's life. Plus, there's more than just being supportive in the school. It's, it comes and starts, I think, at home. So the schools can help you. You have moral supports, and you got, the staff can help you with homework if that's what you need, or with them as they need. And they even have tutors for little kids, which I've discovered. It's great. Just being involved with your children and just kind of, being there and supporting them, I feel like is a really big thing. You can, make them expand and grow, and you can grow with them. Children like to see that. I know with my little ones, it was really hard to kind of open up and admit that I had issues with involving myself in the school. I am not perfect. I am not that perfect mother. I do it by myself. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. But it's so good for them, and it's just something amazing, and you see them grow, and it's exciting to see them just do the stuff that you thought they could never do just because you spent 5-10 minutes with them playing a board game, or because you know, at home, or if because just you help them with homework, and they feel so much more confident. And you know, every parent wants to see their child grow. You want to see them explore stuff. You want to see them, you know, go out into the world and be better humans than what we were when we were children. That is something that we've always strived for, and I know we have. You know, every parent feels that way, and I know that it's hard, and it's, you know, demanding, and sometimes you work a 9-to-5 job and you are super duper tired. It's Monday through Friday, and you have absolutely no time in your brain, and you're like, I can't do any more today. You just have to get that little bit of energy, just a tiny bit. It takes a little bit to just like get them to interact with you, even if it's watching a movie. I mean, I know plenty of times that I've come home from work and I fell asleep on my bed and they're still watching the movie. That's still bonding. That's still being engaged with them. That's still showing them that you care. That's showing them that you are there for them, regardless of whatever it is that's going on in their everyday lives. And, you know, people don't think that children are stressed, but they are 10 times more stressed than you think. You know, they stress about the color of their hair or their shoes that they're wearing or their clothing or any of that stuff. And let me tell you, it's hard when they're coming home and they're crying about stuff that me and you would think is nothing. That's nothing. What are you stressing about, right? We take care of bills and have a job, and we still have children, and we have to, you know, work with you guys. And so we stress, you know, and so it's just something that I feel like really passionate about. I feel like that, you know, it just takes a couple of minutes a day to kind of just engage with them. You know, there's tons of examples out there to help you. There's tons of support out there to help you engage with them. You know, they have like massive stuff online that they can show you, you know, like there's tiered parent engagement stuff, you know, examples, and they give you step-by-step examples on how to kind of you know, put it in like your daily routine type of thing. You know, there's hospitals and social workers, and there's even a social worker in the school that could definitely help you, that could, you know, put into play some type of schedule if you need help. Well, shoot, I'll help you. Just contact me. Anything for the children, right? That's what we've always thought, is it's about the kids and about what they're doing and how they're expressing themselves. And you know, my boys just turned 11, and it's crazy how time flies by. These are 2 autistic children who went from not talking at the age of 3 to like blabbering all over, and I just can't like get them to stop now when they're 11, and I'm like, holy cow, stop it. Just that little bit of time. That's all it takes. Just a short amount of time, you know. And if you don't have it, you know, ask people to help you. Have your family help you. Have your husband, your spouse, if you have one, you know, help you. Have your mother, your father, their grandparents, their teachers are, you know, they even want to help. They want to help. They don't involve themselves a lot because they don't want to overstep boundaries. But when you're out there and you're asking them for the support and you're asking them to help you, they're more than willing to do that. You know, they become teachers because they want to teach, right? And then just like you do your job because that's what you want to do. And some of us don't. I get it. But for the majority of us, I mean, we do our job because that's what we like. You know, it's absolutely all about the children. I can't stress that enough. It's just about the kids and how they're going to develop and how we want them to become so much better than what we were and have so much more than what it is that we have now. And, to get them to just kind of be that great human that we've always strived to be. Nobody's perfect. We don't want perfect children because that's kind of boring. Just saying. But we want better, right? We want productive children. We don't want our children running around, selling drugs and doing whatever they want to do just because we didn't give them that little bit of time, just a tiny itty bitty bit, right? I mean, I have to give it to the parents out there who do everything they can to motivate their children and engage with them. I do give it to you guys. I salute you. For the parents out there that consider it to be very hard and maybe stressful and just not something that they can do, that's okay. That's okay. There's help out there. There's tons and tons of stuff that you can Google. There's tons of stuff that you can put them into. There's programs out there like the Boys and Girls Club. That's one great resource if you have that. Here in the state of Maine, we obviously have the Boys and Girls Club, and it's free. It's absolutely free. I mean, what's better than that, right? I'm really strong and passionate about parental engagement, but they are another type of parent, right? They help you, have you ever heard the saying that it takes a village to raise a child? It takes a village to raise a child. Trust me, okay? They're so young and they just need it. They just need that help and they need that comfort and they need to know that mommy and daddy are there, or that auntie is there, or that stepmommy is there, or whatever your situation is. It doesn't, like I said, doesn't necessarily have to be you all the time. A simple kiss goes a long way. A simple hug goes a long way. I mean, shoot, I kiss my kids goodnight every single night, It just goes a long way. They feel loved and they feel cared for, and like I said, children stress out and they don't understand that our lives are super duper busy and they just don't get it. And it doesn't matter how much you explain it to them because they just will not get it. They just won't. It's just something they don't see. Sometimes children are a little selfish, and that's okay. They can be that way. That's just how they are, So I guess just in short, be more productive with your children. Just take those little bit of steps. There's tons of resources out there in the community that can help you. Ask. Always ask. Just ask the question. It's never a dumb question. Just ask the question, Just do it. Nobody's going to fault you for that. Nobody wants you to be a perfect parent, They just want you to be a parent, and they want you to be in their lives. And trust me, your children will gain from that. They will gain and they will love you, and they will be like, you know what? My parent wasn't always around, but when they were, it was fantastic. They get that. I have children that are 21 now, so I hear it now, and trust me, it seems like they don't care. It does. I can't agree with you more. It does seem like they don't care. It seems like that the little bit of effort you're actually making, or the whole lot of effort you're making, is absolutely nothing. And that is not true. That is so not true. That is so far beyond the truth. They love you, and they will always love you, and you will always be their parent, and they always want you to be there, even though they push you away, because my boys push me away all the time. Trust me. Just be there. Just involve yourself. Just do it for them, do it for you. Shoot. I mean, if you're stay-at-home mom, do it just because, you love your children, and do it because they love you. And if you're not a stay-at-home mom and you're a busy parent, do it because you care, because they came out of you, and because they love you. And they will be such better humans with you. So in short, when families are engaged in learning at home and school, children do better in the schools, and the schools do better with them too. Thank you.